welcome back to my kitchen. We are, for Teen Thursday today, we are starting a new program that I thought might be fun, and it is Snacks with Facts. So I'm going to show you how to make a fun snack, and also tell you some random facts about it, because I like random facts. If you hear my dog running around the kitchen, I'm sorry. He wants to say hi and will not leave. So today's snack is Kettlecorn, which is one of my absolute favorite snacks. I always love going to the fair, and you can just smell the Kettlecorn vendor from wherever you are. So I thought we would make some quick homemade microwave Kettlecorn. So what you're gonna need is oil. So I have canola oil because that's what we have right now, but you could probably use whatever oil you have. You could probably even use butter if you really want to. I have popcorn kernels, salt, obviously, and some plain white sugar. So with that, I also have a microwave-safe bowl with a cover. Now my cover has vents in it. You definitely want a cover with vents in it. So that'll sit right on top, and our popcorn will pop up in it. Now, if you don't have a microwave-safe bowl, or you don't have the cover with the vents, you can also just put it into a brown paper bag and then roll up the top a couple times so that it stays shut when you put it in the microwave. So that's an option too if you don't have what I have here. So first thing we're going to do is we are going to get our oil, and we are going to measure out 1 tablespoon of oil. So here we go. And that is going to go right in there. And we'll put that aside. And I just realized I used my tablespoon, so now I have to get a new tablespoon because we also need 1 tablespoon of sugar. So, be right back. New tablespoon. All right, so to my tablespoon of oil, I am going to add 1 tablespoon of plain white sugar. So there's that. And now you can add, I'm going to add some salt too. If you like saltier popcorn, add more salt. If you don't like salty popcorn, don't add any salt. I'm just going to add what is probably the equivalent of like a half a teaspoon. I don't know. And you can always add salt later too after it comes out if you find that you didn't get enough the first time. So now before I add my popcorn, I'm going to just give this a little stirry stir to kind of get some of the sugar and the oil more combined so that it doesn't all stick on just the 1 popcorn kernel. Okay, so now open my popcorn kernel thing. I'm sorry, I didn't place the video very well, so I keep cutting my head off, but it's fine. You know what my face looks like. 1/4 cup of popcorn kernels are going in there. And we are going to just give that a nice stir. You can also do this with, so if you prefer like a caramel corn as to a kettle corn, you can just replace the white sugar with brown sugar. So if that's something that you would be interested in because you're more of a caramel corn person, there's an option for you. All right, so this is all mixed up. So we are going to move our stirring spoon away, grab our cover, put that on there, and we are going to put this into the microwave for, I'm going to say like 3 minutes, like what you would normally put your popcorn in for, and you're going to do the same thing. You're going to listen, and when you don't hear popcorn popping every so many seconds, you're going to stop it and take it out. Because you don't want to burn it. It's just like making a regular bag of microwave popcorn. Stop it before you think it's going to burn. So, and especially because there's sugar, and sugar burns really easily. So, I'm going to offset it just a little bit. Into the microwave. And now while it's in the microwave, I'm going to share some fun snacks. Not snacks. I'm not sharing snacks yet. We're sharing facts. So my first fact is about how popcorn pops. Now, if you don't already know, the reason that popcorn pops is because underneath the kernel, that outer shell, there is a soft spot inside. And that soft spot's what explodes into the big puffy parts. It's a starch. But in the ring of starch, there is water. And so whenever the water heats up in the microwave, which is what it's doing now, it turns to steam. And as the steam builds and the water disappears, the pressure changes inside of the popcorn kernel. And when the pressure gets to be too much, it explodes. And so that's how you get a nice popcorn. And it's popping! Yay! So you can hear it while I'm talking about it. So that's, I think, really interesting. And a fun fact about that is that in Native American folklore, they actually thought that a peaceful spirit lived in every kernel of corn. And then whenever they would get hot, the spirit would get angry. And so it would be irritated and it would just explode out. And so that's why it popped. Which I just think is an interesting little bit of related folklore there. So I have 2 more facts to share. I'm going to share them a little slower so that we don't run out of time before my popcorn is done. But my next fact is that in the United States, every year we eat 17 billion quarts of popcorn. That is a lot of popcorn. That is so much popcorn. And surprisingly, actually, the most popcorn is consumed at home, which surprised me because I kind of thought the most popcorn would be consumed at movie theaters. But that's not true. And I have one more fact. Actually, I have more facts, but I will just keep sharing them until my popcorn stops popping. Something else that I thought was interesting is that there are actually 6 types of corn, which I didn't know. I mean, like, I knew there were different types of corn, but I didn't think about it too much. But there are 6 kinds, and only one of them pops, and that is obviously popcorn. But I think that that's really cool too, because like no other corn is popcorn, and it won't pop the same way, which is just interesting, and explains why you shouldn't ever just put a cob of corn in the microwave, because nothing will happen. But there you have it. And since our popcorn is still going, need to add a little more time. I want to share another fact. So this is really interesting to me. During the Great Depression, because there was such a terrible financial state, a lot of families couldn't afford to do fun things, but they could afford a bag of popcorn. So they would go out and get popcorn, and that is the same time whenever movie theaters actually started selling popcorn, because they used to not sell popcorn at all because they had the fancy carpets and the nice events, and so they wouldn't sell popcorn because it was messy, right? But they found during the Great Depression that selling popcorn and lowering ticket prices actually kept them in business. Oh, yay! So, it's pretty hot, so I'm going to let it sit for just a second, and I'm actually going to grab an oven mitt because it's really hot. So, use caution. Don't burn yourself on your freshly popped popcorn. Ta-da! Homemade microwave kettle corn. I'm very excited. Now, a tip. At the bottom of this bowl, there is a lot of sugar, which you don't want to stick in there because it'll be harder to clean out later. So my recommendation, transfer your freshly popped popcorn to a different bowl, which you're going to want to do anyway because this glass bowl is really hot. So transfer your popcorn to a different bowl so that you can then clean out this bowl before the sugar totally sticks to it and it becomes horrible. But there you go, homemade kettle corn, and I hope you enjoyed my facts. If not, you can tell me that I'm super lame and that nobody else really likes facts. But if you try it, let me know, and if there's a different fact that you know that you think I would like, share it in the comments. And my dog wants some popcorn. Dogs don't get popcorn. But if there's a different snack you'd like me to try too, I would love to. So just let me know. And I'll see you guys next week.